So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use a combination of both moisturiser and retexturising face primer on the face with a foundation brush. So starting from the inner corner of the nose, working our way out. So our next step is using MAC Face and Body in a number 2. And what we're going to do is we're applying it with a foundation brush, once again, working our way from the inside to the out in a crosshatch motion. So the next product we're using is the Ben Nye Media Pro in Mellow Yellow. I'm going to apply this with a brush, almost looking like a little bit of a spade, something with a bit of a strong bristle. Then blend in, or to do around our eye area to get rid of the heaviness. We're just using a brush that's very soft and bristly and working in circular motions. So now we're going to use the Ben Nye Neutral Set Colourless Face Powder with a powder brush. We're just going to roll on to ensure that the face stays exactly how we've set it, and then just brush back any excess. So now we're going to take our lovely highlighting, contouring and blush palette. We're just going to use something a few shades darker than the actual skin tone in a cool colour, starting up at the cheekbone and flicking our way in. With this, make sure you're using an angled fluffy brush. So we're taking it down the cheekbone, down through the jawline, temples, and top of the face. And with highlighting, taking our lighter colour and just applying it where necessary. So areas that we want to stand out, tip of the nose, middle of the forehead, and Cupid's bow. So now what we're going to use is we're going to use the MAC Chroma Cake in Pure White over the eyelid, just to give us a nice base to place our coloured pigments on top. Just get you closer on this. And what this does is it just gives us a nice matte, pure white surface to work off. So after you've placed it on with a nice big flat brush, you want to blend it in. The MAC Pure Pigments in Acid Orange through to the base, working with a sharp brush. So this is a MAC 242. So next we're using the Full Force Violet, also from MAC, this time with a bit of a brush that has a little bit more sturdiness and sharpness to it. What we want to do is we want to get into the creases this time. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to add a very light nude shadow just into the inner corner of the eye and the upper brow bone, just to add a little bit of highlight. So next up, we're taking a black and a chocolate brown into the eyebrows, just using a really fine angle brush, very similar to what you would use as an eyeliner also. So next up, we're just applying a nice black liner down to the underneath of the eye, just looking at highlighting that corner and really making it stand out. So next up, we're using Great Lash by Maybelline, and this is in Very Black. Just measure this for me. So next we're mixing two components to make up our lip colour. So we're using the MAC Lip Mix in white, and we're also using the Kryolan LC 141 colour. Apply this using a lip brush, starting from the inside and working our way out. So now to finish off the look, we use a clear lip lacquer just to give us a high gloss finish.
So today we're going to create maximum volume. We're going to create a very strong bohemian whimsical finish with her hair. We're going to add additional texture, and we're going to create a bit of strength with the line. We're going to emphasize on the wave. I'm going to take my first section, which is a horizontal section. My first step would be to create that section, which is 2 centimeters from each different section. I'm going to use my curling rod, and I'm twisting the hair at 90 degrees, and I'm holding it for about 10 seconds. After the hair is curled, you need to take your pin and then situate that for strong hold. I'm using Schwarzkopf Silhouette to apply maximum hold for the curl. You can use the base of your crocodile hair clip to take horizontal sections. It's very important to make sure the hair is about 5 centimeters away from the scalp to prevent any discomfort from your client. So I have finished the back prepping. I'm working towards the front. This time I'm taking a 45-degree angle, working away from the face, just to give a more bohemian loose finish. So I'm working away from the face, just focusing on that 45-degree angle. And once again, we're keeping a good distance between her scalp, just for comfort reasons. Last section on this side. Now, because it's the top layer, we're going to emphasize on the wave. So I'm going to focus on the 45-degree angle, but this time I'm slowly taking it a little bit forward towards the client's face. After the prepping is finished, I'm going to apply the Schwarzkopf Silhouette Max Hold Hairspray. We just let this settle in for about 10 minutes before we finish onto the next step. Okay, so the next step is to take the pins out and then comb it through just to reveal the natural texture that the curl has given it. The next step is to begin teasing from the base to the crown area to achieve maximum height and to emphasize and to bring out all the curls. What I'm doing in this stage, I'm combing through each individual curl or section that you can visually just pick out, and I'm stretching out the curl just to give the finishing texture a fuller, thicker finish. And then I seal the hair with the Schwarzkopf hairspray. I'm about to apply a very small portion of macadamia oil. This is a very natural and very healthy way to smoothen out frizz and to create additional finishing shine and hydration. And now just very small finishing touches with your hairspray, if you can visually see any loose flyaways. And just scan around the face and hair.